Hi guys, welcome back for another one. I am Mr. Free to Play. That is right, I'm a free to play player and I give free to play player advice, tips, tricks, and other things. Today we are covering a viewer question, so sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Today's question comes from Kyle Rivers. How many days did it take you to complete Dark Dimension 2, the team, CP, and which characters did you use for Dark Dimension 2 for the first run? The first question I want to answer is how many days did it take me to complete Dark Dimension 2 on the first run? That was about 45 days it took. So what you need to also remember in those 45 days is that I autoed the entire thing. I did not manual play a single day. I literally would just open the match, press auto, walk away, and go do something. Sometimes my character would clear it that day, sometimes it took them multiple tries. If you manually play, you'll probably get through it faster than what I did. I just don't have a whole lot of time on my hands. I'm a very busy person, I really am, but I do enjoy this game and I like to make progress in this game. I knew eventually I would get through it just autoing. I just knew it would take longer. I mean, I was getting frustrated because I was one of the first people to actually start in my lines. I wasn't the first, but I was one of that first group, like within I'd say the first 4. And there were people that were joining it after me and completing it before me because they were manually playing it versus me autoing it. So there's differences there. Alright, so now on my screen you see in the top row the first 5. These are the first 5 characters I took in to start the run. They're basically my BKT team. I still use them for Blitz, a lot of other game modes. I don't split them off, even though I'd probably highly recommend these days just using Guardians as separate. So this is how I began. This is not how I finished. So I'm going to go through the progress. But you can see right now the CPs on the screen. I have not worked on these characters, and none of these characters I'm going to show you I've worked on since then. I gear tier 13 of them, put them in Dark Dimension, and just went. The only character out of any of these that I have worked on since is Minerva. I'm trying to get her to gear tier 14. This might be my very first character because she's so useful. But I'm just so many uniques behind getting her done, so there's no point in me upgrading anybody else until my first character for Dark Dimension 3 is done, which is Minerva. But until they make mini uniques more farmable, it's going to be a slow grind. So the first change I made during the course of the first run is I dropped Thanos for Nick Fury. This is by far probably the recommended team that I say to go with. Now, I did make one more change during the course of this, and I instantly regretted it. And actually, when I saw my second run, I was like, I can't believe I made this change. So the third change I made during the run, which I'm going to tell you why it's not worth it, but here's the change. I dropped Groot for shield security. Do not recommend it at all. You need someone who can clear negative effects. That's the hardest thing getting through this. You get all the negative effects and you can't really do anything and you get wiped out pretty easily. So I highly recommend not dropping Groot for shield security. And you guys can see I have 5 red stars on shield security and I still don't recommend it. That's my personal take from what I saw when I ran through it. But yeah, anyways, like I said, any of this stuff, these are the CPs that they were at. So if you can, you can easily see where my characters were when I went through it. So just following up, so that's pretty much how I got through 45 days, cleared it with what you see on the screen. On my second run, though, I dropped Rocket for Ultron and I dropped Shield Security for Groot. And these 5 characters basically went through the entire thing on auto in 20 days, like half the time the first one did. So, by far, the second run, definitely use these guys. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's how I did it as a free-to-play player. No money spent, the amount of time it took me on auto, and the CPs it took. And that's it, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.